Hey there, this is Diane Cunningham. I'm so excited to connect with you and give you some information and some training. I'm the founder and president of the National Association of Christian Women Entrepreneurs. We have been going and growing strong since May of 2010. And so I've learned a lot over these years. Of course, I was an entrepreneur before that. And there's a lot of things, a lot of challenges that we go through. I just really know that you might be dealing with some of these same challenges too. So the main ones that I often see, and I deal with myself, are first of all overwhelm. Are you dealing with being overwhelmed as an entrepreneur? And especially as a Christian woman entrepreneur, there's a lot of overwhelm with just what do I do next? What am I supposed to be doing? And all the overwhelm of information, where am I supposed to go with all that? And then even just the overwhelm on our desk. That can really just, sometimes it's like, I don't even know what to do next because of the so many things you get piled up on your desk, right? And then the second challenge that I see a lot for myself and for my clients is what I see as lack of action. Now, I have learned a lot of different ways to get out of this, and I'm going to teach you those things today. But I'm wondering if these are two things you might be struggling with, where the lack of action and overwhelm, they work together. And the lack of action keeps you paralyzed, it keeps you from doing anything, it keeps you really looking for that perfection, and you know what, it's never going to be perfect. And we just have to get things out there. As a Christian woman entrepreneur, you just have to put something out there. And so we're going to talk about that today. So I get this. I am one of you, and I struggle with these things too. In fact, just within the last couple of weeks, I've dealt with issues such as the website crashing. I have dealt with issues of traveling to go speak at events and having many things to get done before both of those to happen. And in the middle of that was the website crash. So I understand the overwhelm. I really do. I understand having way too many things to get done. And yet I have learned to get things done. So I'm going to teach you my action formula for success today. And I really hope it's going to help. One thing I want to just share with you, just a side note, personal note. I was in a plane crash a year and a half ago. And it taught me a lot of things. And it taught me, for one, that life is short. And that it's important to really take action on what God has given you to do, because you might not get that next chance. And you know, I have so much more to do. I learned a lot of things from that plane crash about just timing. So the first thing I learned was just life is short. The second thing I learned from the plane crash was that love is free and that it's my job to give it away. I get to do that every single day through the association I lead. I get to love on women. I get to cheer them on. I get to provide information and training for them. That is love. And so I learned that as well. And the third thing I learned from that plane crash is that wind happens. And I would say these things are a bunch of wind as well. And the wind could come in the form of the car that won't start when you go out to get in it. It happens. The wind could be a bill that comes in the mail that you weren't expecting. Wind is going on, and wind will continue to come into our life. And it's really about how we manage that wind. So just those are some things I learned from my plane crash, and I wanted to make sure I shared those with you as well. All right, well, let's get into this training real quick here. And I'm going to teach you my action formula for success, and each of these stands for something. So hang with me, and you're going to get some good information today. So this is the process that I go through for each program, for each event, for each product, everything that I do. And I finally began to comprehend all that. So the A stands for assess. You're going to need to assess what it is you're doing. Where are you going? Who needs it? Well, what are you making? And you just have to do a lot of questioning in this process. You need to assess why is it that you believe you can do this? Why do you have the gifting to do this? And who is it of your clients who needs this already? So that's the beginning stage, is the assessment. And that is, again, whether I'm putting together a live event, I'm going to assess. Whether I'm going to make a new product, I need to assess. Before I created NACWI, I did an assessment. Okay? So the second thing you want to do is create. Yes, we, as entrepreneurs, we get this one pretty good. We are creative beings. And so as a creative beings, sometimes we get caught in the creation. But this really is about what are you building? What are you going to make? After you assess, you have to think open and really wide. What are you creating? When I was creating NACWI, this is when I got down into what are the benefits going to be? Who is this for? And what's the possible name we're going to use for this group of people? So creating it is really when you just kind of open up the vision and let God pour into you. T is for test. So once you do all the beginning stuff over here, you need to test. So here's a great example. When I was first launching NACWI, I didn't know exactly what the name was going to be. And I came up with 5 potential names, and I actually sent that email out to some people that I trusted and knew my background and knew what I was doing. And I asked them which name they would pick and why. So I was testing the name. So you're going to want to do maybe a survey with some clients. Whatever you're putting together, you need to do maybe a test run, a focus group, a inaugural session, and get a feeling. That group is going to help you fix it, help you tweak it, help it get better. Okay. The fourth thing, is implement. Oh my goodness. Implement. There we go. Cracking myself up now. Hope I can spell on the video. Implement. And so when we are in this action phase, this is a huge piece, my friends, huge piece. And lots of times we don't like this piece because there's a whole lot of work that goes on. And we have to schedule time. The best thing I can tell you is to block off days on your calendar. We need to block time. Every week, you need to have time blocked, whether that's an hour a day or all day on Friday. If you're going to create something new, you're going to have to implement. You're going to have to write it. If you're going to create a new ebook like this is 284 pages. I had to work a lot to get this written, to revise it, to edit it, to change it. So I had to block off time to implement. And it's the same thing if you are creating whatever you're building. You're going to need time to write the book. You're going to need time to record the videos. You're going to need time to create the manual, etc. So this is about the work that you're going to need to do. O. There's a couple O's. And so there's the opportunity O. There's the outsource O. And so there's different things you need to do here. We'll talk about the outsource. Outsourcing means get things off the plate that you aren't good at. There's many things we are good at, and there's many things that we just can't do really very well at all. And let's just get honest about that. So we need to learn how to pass things over and hire people to help us. That's what it means to outsource. I have a team of people that I outsource to. I have a graphic designer. I have a couple virtual assistants. I have a coach, and she helps me with certain things. And so there's all these different people. I have someone that I have doing my video right now. I have these different people, and I outsource to them something that would take me a lot longer to try to do by myself. And you know what? Even if I tried to do it by myself, I probably wouldn't do it very well. Or I might never get it done, and it would get me stuck back up here, okay? So learn how to outsource. Yes, it's worth the money. Yes, you have to really change your mindset about that. But you will learn that it is well worth the whatever amount you spend to have that person do it in a short amount of time versus how the giant amount of time it would take for you to do it, okay? And then the N, last but not least, once we have done all these things and we've created our thing, our program, our product, our group, our association, we have to tell the world about it. We have to network. And this is all the time. The other N word you're going to need is nurture. I am always needing to nurture my baby. Now, so NACWI is my baby, and I need to nurture it, and I need to continue to be out networking, online, offline. I need to be making new connections. I need to be explaining what we have to offer. I need to be connecting and nurturing the baby I have and the group that I have already in the program. So I am doing this all the time. This is a continuous over and over and over process for me, and I call it the action formula for success. Because if you just go through these steps, you're going to see that these are going to keep you moving forward. You don't want to get stuck. You don't want to find any areas that keep you from moving. So you might be thinking, oh, well, how can I do all that? I don't have all that information. I don't know how to outsource. Well, I'm going to just address some of those objections right now that you might be thinking about. I learned all these things one thing at a time. And I learned them all over the last series of years. And it was through attending events, through listening, through coaching, through reading the books. So if you're thinking, wow, she has more information than I have, well, I'm going to say go get the information. Don't let not having the information stop you from doing anything. Get creative. Get proactive. And I'm going to issue a challenge to you. If you are holding back from doing what God has called you to do, then I'm going to issue the challenge to stop doing that. Stop holding back. And, is now the right time? Well, you know what? There is never a perfect time. People always say that about having a baby. Well, there's never a perfect time to launch a business either. And so sometimes it just gets to the point where you can't not do it. You have to try it. When I launched NACWE, I had many things I'd done before, and some of those were successful and some of those were just total failures. And you know what? I'm glad about that, because I needed to go through all those different series of events and, to get to where I am today. And not everything I do now even works. But I'm always moving forward. I'm always taking the next action step to get me where I need to go. So anyway, I hope this training has been very helpful to you. I'll be back again with another training for you in a couple days on a video. And again, we would love to have you join us and connect with us at the National Association. You can do that today if you decide to at nacwe.org. And we just have added an option for you to join for $27 a month, because we wanted to make it really a no-brainer for all of you though that are out there. We know that you don't have very much money when you're getting started. We get that. We totally know that, because we are you. So we made it just very easy for you to come be with us at a low rate each month and get the connection, get the coaching, get the training you need every single month in little sections. So we're the premier organization and community for you to learn marketing and mindset while living out your God-given mission. My name is Diane Cunningham. I'm excited to be here, and my mission in life is to inspire women to dream big, catch on fire, and change the world. I have the chance of doing that every single day through NACWE, which is really a great God gift to me. And so I'm excited to connect with you. I'll see you again in a couple days.